keep going. The next item to deal with is pretty simple. It's this little PVC hose. I just put a heater hose on here after my factory one had broken and it doesn't quite fit. You can see it doesn't match up. So I'm just going to swap a couple of hose clamps and put on the Gruven Parts hose in its place, and this should be much happier as well. And this shouldn't be a very difficult thing to do. Just a couple of hose clamps. And you can tell by the standard style hose clamp I've got on here, yes, I have replaced this, as I just mentioned. In a pinch, you can use just regular heater hose, and it'll kink a little bit, but it'll physically work. And what I would definitely recommend, what is going to be happening soon in this particular car's journey, is I'm going to be installing an oil catch can in place of this small breather hose. And so what happens is the crankcase ventilates into your intake, which is, you know, great for smog purposes, but not so great for your intake valves. And then eventually, the irony is, it becomes not great for smog purposes, because as the intake valves get coked up, then they don't seal well, and you start to get all sorts of issues with your emissions and with the motor, how it's running. So this idea of having the crankcase recirculated back in here is a good idea, but not well implemented. And here you can see how it's just a hose, and it actually didn't kink too bad, but it wasn't quite long enough to do what I needed to do. So again, the Gruven part is long enough to do the job without any drama. And go ahead and put the hose clamps on it where they want to live. Slide that on in place. I'll get the top one on, and then the bottom one will be easier to persuade. All right. All right, the bottom one is in its happy place, and there we go, like a glove. No gap, all the way over where it wants to be. Fabulous. So just secure that until I get a catch can and install that, and that'll probably go over here somewhere. Since I have this cold air intake, there is room for things such as catch cans to exist in the ecology of this engine bay. All right, that's in place. This other hose from the throttle body is routed where it's not going to wear. All right, things are happy here.